Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick, our discussion of the Americans, Alonso Duralde, Robert Abele, Ben Mankiewicz. When TYT raised its money with the Indiegogo campaign, one thing we did was sell the naming rights to our cameras. The 241 crew has this wide shot. Alonso's shot is Diana Francisco.
That's right.
We need the one shot. Alonso's shot is Diana Francisco. There we go.
There we go.
And thanks, I'm on Brian Weissman. How you doing? And Robert's camera is unnamed.
Unnamed.
Yeah,
still available.
Still available. That's right.
I'm a private person. So.
Your name here.
Okay, so this episode was called
Yousaf.
Yousaf, right? Referencing the second in command of the Pakistani secret police, who's, I mean, the degree of parallels to I mean that we're worried about infiltrating the Pakistani secret police. Then that the Soviets were, so that they could control them, and now,
exactly.
now we want to.
Was fighting against them,
really good stuff.
Who remembered Annelise? I had to look her up.
I remembered her, not by name, only by sight.
She's from episode 2. Like really, this is like The Wire suddenly. Like you got to remember everything.
Right. And what was interesting then when they mentioned her, and then obviously there's what didn't work in this episode was when Annelise breaks down after sleeping with Javid, who I'm pretty sure.
Yousaf.
Yousaf.
Javid is the one who in the pool.
Is killed by Elizabeth in the pool.
Which one is in Homeland? Okay, so Javid was killed in the pool. So she sleeps with Yousaf.
Right.
Yeah. So, and then she breaks down afterwards. He says, how do you think it is for me seeing the woman I love? Like that didn't work because we haven't seen her since episode 2. Like I got that she's an agent who's working with them and they have a close relationship, but I don't know that we can then go back and pretend that she maintains that this man loves her.
But I think we know that this is how Philip works with all. I mean, this Martha. It's like this is how Philip operates.
But he hasn't seen her or spoken to her. Like we've had no connection. So I felt, from a narrative point of view,
like we needed to see more Annelise throughout the season to buy that she's in love with him.
Yeah, that pillow talk is going to have any effect.
That pillow talk would have any effect. That's exactly right.
But it's an affair. I mean, it's an affair, and she's married to an undersecretary of of defense. And
I probably wouldn't have brought it up if he'd said a woman I care so deeply about, even that's not anything. It just seemed like we would have seen her in the way we see Martha. But anyway, it's a small little point, and I wouldn't even have brought it up except you did. So I thought this episode clearly was an effort for Elizabeth and Philip to come together because they switched roles, right? I think I saw that as that he saw in Annelise how when she said, "You don't think what I do is hard," when Elizabeth, he saw, "Oh wow,
I guess it is."
No, I guess it is. It's incredibly hard. This is terrible. And she saw, I killed a man. And it's that I get it. And she's killed before, but they both sort of, to me, there was that appreciation, and then there's that hand holding at the end, and then they had the tender, we are actually in love sex.
This was a strength of marriage episode. He's like, I want to protect my wife from having to go sleep with guys like all the time, and
then she paid him back for that by saying, "I'll kill the guy.
I'll kill the guy.
I'll kill this one for you."
I'll do this one.
I'm really enjoying Paige's housework punishments.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, right. I know.
Those are old school 1980s punishments, like probably 1950s punishments too.
I enjoyed seeing password on her.
That was great too. Yes, in the stack in her room, there was a stack of word games with password on top. There was a great, y'all didn't mention in last week's episode where that whole clean the refrigerator scene, which is great, and she really lays it out like this is what being an adult is, and these are the sacrifices you make, and at the end of the speech, you think, okay, maybe this was just a setup for the speech. And then she says, mop and bucket her in the base. I was like, oh, okay, so she really still has to do this shit in addition to hearing the speech. I was like, oh.
Love it. Chores are, that's how you,
No, I just thought that was a great touch because the way the scene's written, you almost think that she just said that stuff as a segue into the speech. And then, oh, no, you're still mopping the fucking floor at 2 o'clock in the morning.
You did see also a glimmer of the way that Philip and Elizabeth were characterized last season in dealing with Paige. When Elizabeth is talking with Philip about their daughter, it's very much like prepare her for the real world, and you're easy on her. And that was their big fight last season. Was like he is kind of maybe into the American culture and raising a kid there, and she's like, we have a mission, we're on a mission.
Right, yeah, he's the one who wants the new car.
He's the one who screamed at her, and then.
But he is the one who screamed. He's gotten the maddest this season regarding the kids.
But no, I think there's always been that you know, and in a way, this is where that show is so great about taking its very specific story and making it more universal. I mean, like the stuff this week about them kind of seeing each other's perspective. It's about a working marriage, and it's about the empathy in a relationship, and the stuff with how they raise Paige. It's the story of immigrant parents who had it harder and came to this country to have more opportunities. And while they want their kids to have a better life than they did, they don't want their kids to have such a great life that they are soft.
Oh, and it's also even reflected in the way Beeman talks to the dead family, the survivor of the dead family. The way he says, like, every family has secrets. I mean, it's when he wants a position, he doesn't want to like make the kid think that it's bad. He has to. He can't. It's normal. He can't tell him like what really is going on. But he can say like, look. Every family has secrets, and that's okay. The more we know about...
My wife's fucking a guy from S, and I've been cheating on her with a Russian spy.
Right, so I mean, even that has a truth to the world. We find out things about our parents. Our parents keep things from us.
Have a life that we don't know about.
Right, yeah, exactly,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, boy, that turned out to be.
Now this episode also though made me. It was the closest I felt to. I was like seeing some '70s spy movie, especially in the Lara character. Yeah. What the Lara character was doing was I felt like I was watching like Day of the Jackal and like stuff like that over again. Like that was creepy stuff.
Just going into the house while they're there, not waiting. Like,
just standing there with the girls looking in the dollhouse.
That was so well choreographed because you knew he would have just killed them if he felt like he had to, but he knew he didn't have to. He knew that they weren't the ones.
Right.
But he was just. I mean, you knew that's how the family was
But
killed.
if they'd seen him, he'd have killed him.
Exactly.
And
right.
you know that the Americans would have killed that family because they've already established that they'll kill like that and they'll shock the viewer.
And again, it's a reminder of the great analog tech of the early 80s, that it's all those cables going out of one house and into another house, like none of these little, microwave receiver things.
How about when he pulled first of all, you gotta love the Russian communications guy.
Oh yeah.
Who knows
from Columbia House.
knows he's dead,
character.
but still hits still gets the button. But then when he pulled that panel back, I mean, that literally there was just like 25,000 wires, just totally mixed together. So Larrick's obviously seeking revenge,
on the trail.
For what? For the blackmail? For killing?
For killing
people in the Contra camp.
Yeah, probably. But he might have done this anyway. But you get the sense
to get out from under for that.
Yeah.
So he probably doesn't care about the Contra leaders. He probably he figured they were going to go down when he gave up there, and he gave for crying out loud.
Sure.
He let them in.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some degree of you can't seek revenge. You let them in.
No, it's more about you have to kill your blackmailer because it's the only way out of the blackmail.
It's also following the pattern of what happened. If we're assuming still that he killed that family, it's the same thing this time around. That family ran him as a double agent. He did things for them, then he killed them. So now he's being run again. So I'm going to go find out.
Wait, are you talking about Emmett and Leanne?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
If we're assuming he killed them,
right? I still don't.
You have that theory.
You think it's John Carroll Lynch?
I think it might be. I don't have a theory that I could take to court.
Okay.
I just think that Lee Turgeson's reaction, which was excellent when he was being questioned by Phillip and Elizabeth the first time, was the reaction of a guy who just found out they were dead. Or didn't know they were dead, or was like, oh my God, they think I killed them.
Right.
Right. How do I use this to my advantage? Obviously, whatever. We weren't privy to what's happening inside his head. But so I think someone else.
Also, he's gay, and those people can't be trusted.
That's totally. They are evil, though, so they might have killed somebody. I'm going to double back pointlessly to what you said about the speech and the work and the punishment for Paige, because one of my closest friends, Teresa Strasser, and she might have gotten this from Adam Carolla. She worked on a show, but you can't when you get pulled over for speeding, you can't give me a speech about speeding and give me the ticket. Speech of the ticket. If you're going to give me the ticket, then let's go. Yeah. I have no interest. I have no interest in your lecture. So if I got to mop the floor, just tell me where it is, and I'll go mop the floor. Which I always think that's a great line. There was a lot happening in this episode.
Yeah. We got 3 to go in this season, and so presumably by that time they will wrap up the Emmett Leanne thing. So we're all the tendrils are all coming together into a thing.
And of course the biggest mystery of all is sort of where Nina Sergeyevna.
Well, I know. She seems happier in bed with Oleg, and they have things in common, obviously. Yeah. And I tended to believe that when Stan was telling her things like, "Oh, Oleg will be out of here once we blow this wide open," that maybe she doesn't want that to happen.
No, and it maybe that's good reaction.
She maybe her alliances with Oleg now, and
but mostly, and it's real testament to her talent. Like I have no idea.
Oh,
I don't know if ultimately she's going to walk up to Stan and say, "I've been running it here. They completely trust me. What do you need? I want this. I want witness protection tomorrow. Here's what I'm about to deliver to you." Like she could literally. She's in a position where she can pick sides and probably be a bit of a hero to either one.
And also, she offers up a parallel summer camp story for this episode.
Oh yeah, she told with the red flags
what is it, the young patriot?
Young patriots with the linen pins.
And meanwhile, Paige wants to go off to Bible camp.
Drums and trumpets.
Right.
Paige's line of, Henry breaks into the neighbor's house and I try to be a better person.
Great line. No. She got that logic down. Yeah. She was ready with that one. That was a good line.
She's been holding on to that one.
So my friend Kelly O'Coin, he was only referenced Pastor Tim in this episode. Yeah. He does have more appearances coming.
I think I know what one of them is. So.
Oh, all right. Well,
I disagree with your confessional thing because I think. Well,
no, we would have gotten more of that this episode.
But I think it's also only the Catholics that have the big thing about what stays in the confession booth is like sacrosanct. Yeah. I think for these, fly-by-night Protestants, they'll tell anybody.
I have a new theory based on the coming attractions for next week's episode. I have a new theory about where the show is going, but I'll
All right, good stuff. Very excited. Final 3 episodes coming up of The Americans. Robert, Alonso, Ben. Thanks, everybody.